Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. This time I'm going to show you how to get through the Lightning Temple and defeat the boss, Queen Gibdo. I almost wanted to say Goma. So this temple is located within the Gerudo Desert. In order to access it, you of course need to visit Gerudo Town, do the quest there, and then eventually you will get another quest to find the 3 red pillars in the desert and align the light. Once you do that, it reveals this Thunderstone, which you use Riju's ability to strike. Now, we are going to start this before we even enter the dungeon proper. We need to break open the purple orb on the front of the dungeon, and then that will allow us to fight the boss, Queen Gibdo, although we only have to bring her to half health that first time. Kind of like the way this starts out, you know. It's an interesting concept for a dungeon. Throw the boss at you right away. It's kind of nice. All right, so what we need to do is we need to get Riju to start using her ability. You want to take out a thunder weapon, if you have one. I'm going to go ahead and create one using this sword. Admittedly, my weapons right now are a touch weak. That's okay. I'm not terribly concerned. And then we are going to attach a topaz to this just to give us a little bit of damage. Okay. And then you also want to equip your strongest armor. You can kind of ignore the heat requirements here, because at this spot in the desert, they don't play with that anymore. All right, once you're ready, go ahead and shoot the purple orb. That summons the boss, and it's time to fight. First things first, we are just going to speak with Riju, try to get her ability going right away. Shoot her, and then she's going to land. However, she's not like totally ready to go down. Instead, she's going to summon some tornadoes, which we can just sidestep. And then we are once again going to block the tornadoes. Oh, that cancels her ability. That stinks. All right. All good. Let's get up close. Oh, this is bad. All right. Luckily, if you block it, you still, you just get knocked down. It's not the end of the world. All right. I'm trying not to really waste my weapons here, just because, like I said, the enemies in this dungeon are very, very strong. So I'm trying to be careful here. That's the tornadoes. In addition to sidestepping them, you can just sort of wait, and then they will eventually separate. That's another way of going about it. Ugh. All right. So that is sort of the first encounter with Queen Gibdo. Now, I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure if it's just because this is the desert dungeon, or if it's the way, or if there's some sort of scaling that happens. But the enemies in this dungeon, for me, are extremely strong, and I was quite surprised by that. I really did not expect that at all. So you want to make sure that you are pretty well equipped before going to this dungeon, especially with some decent armor. If you have not already, spoken to some great fairies around Hyrule and upgraded an armor set, I really recommend doing that. Things in here are very strong, and it's not just because I play a little aggressively, All right, so we don't have to deal with these Gibdo hives, but I'm going to anyway, just because the materials that you get from the Gibdo are kind of nice. Didn't mean to switch that, but that's okay. So what's interesting is after you electrocute a Gibdo, it doesn't matter what weapon you use. They become susceptible to pretty much every kind of weapon. So just a neat little tip for you. All right. Very good. That stops them from spawning. And then we can start dealing some decent damage to him. Wait for our topaz to recharge. There it goes. Perfect. All right. So that is sort of the entry part of this dungeon. And now we are in the Lightning Temple proper. So there is a chest over here. You could yoink this out. Inside we have a flame emitter. So that will actually be useful, although surprisingly there's not a ton of Gibdos in this dungeon. It's okay though. So you can break open these pots in classic Zelda fashion. They do contain things. But the most important thing in this room is actually this Korok Frond Guster. And so Korok leaves in Tears of the Kingdom act differently than they do in Breath of the Wild. They are not they're not weapons on their own in Tears of the Kingdom. You have to attach them to existing weapons, and then you're able to use them like normal. So if you have any sort of, I don't know, let's call it garbage, hanging out in your inventory, go ahead and chuck it, just because you're going to need these dusters a little bit throughout the dungeon. And unfortunately, even though you're not technically hitting anything, they do break. So just be aware of that. All right, so we're going to hit this switch. That's going to open the door, and then we're going to be able to enter the dungeon. Now, the Lightning Temple actually feels like a temple in a lot of ways, which I really enjoy. It does still have the gimmick of, hey, you've got to activate a few things and then, you know, go fight the boss, which is fine. I just sort of get the feeling, that the developers said, hey, people really loved the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. Let's do that for every single dungeon in the game. And I don't think it works super well, but that's just me. I wish there were keys and a big key and, you know, classic Zelda dungeons. But this one definitely feels like one for a lot of it. Okay, so here we are in this first chamber. What we're actually going to do is we're going to drop down, and that's because there are some goodies down here. Okay, and then we are going to pop back up using Ascend. All right, we'll go ahead and relight our torch and keep going through. So if we go down here, there will be a Gibdo for us, but you're going to see the power of a torch. And as it starts to burn the Gibdo up, it makes it susceptible to regular weapons. At least it was supposed to. There we go. That's what I was hoping for right there. Okay. Cool. Grab the rest. And there is a chest down here for us. Okay. Go ahead and ascend back up. And we can move on through. Now, I will warn you, there is... When we step on this central floor piece... Oh, actually, different room. Sorry about that. Different room I'm thinking of. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to pull out these bricks. Just toss them to the side. Okay, and then in here, we have a Gibdo. Yeah, the enemies in here are just so strong. You're going to be wasting weapons all day in here. Not wasting, but they're just going to break constantly. Luckily, though, you do get some good ones. All right, an extra topaz for our efforts. And then inside of the sarcophagus here is a Gerudo Claymore. And don't forget to break the pots. Nope, didn't want to do that. Okay. All right, so in here, when we press this central tile, it's going to fall. However, it's not the end of the world. We could just follow it down. It's no big deal. Don't be afraid. What I do recommend doing, though, is shooting this lightning keys, just so it doesn't come into contact with you. Alright, pull this back. Go ahead and get a Gerudo Scimitar. Get rid of that. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to ride this tile back up. What we should also do is fuse this to our shield. Oh, oops. Did that out of order. Whoa. That was fun. We should fuse this to our shield. And then reverse time on this. Hopefully I don't get bounced off. Okay, very good. Then we are going to come in here, and we do have to deal with these Gibdo.
These flames make it impossible to go further.
All right. I put a starfruit on this weapon because there was somebody in the Karakara Bazaar saying she wanted me to show her a dazzling weapon. It turns out you needed to put a topaz on it. So, since we have a slab on our shield, we can actually just walk through the flames like this. I mean, you could just time it, you know, otherwise, but this does allow you to just walk through it. And then you want to press this switch that disables the flames and allows Riju to follow you.
Hey, the flames have gone out. Now we can move ahead.
Yes, that is true, Riju. Very good. Okay, coming in here we have fireballs. However, what we can do is we could just reverse time on them and then chase after it. You will likely have to do that one more time. Nope, we made it. If you do need to do one more time, just sort of, you know, be prepared for it. Press this switch, portcullis goes up, and then that allows Riju to follow us. I will warn you, you do not need to climb up the chute that those balls were coming down. There is nothing up there for you. Okay, and then there's nothing down here either. Just had to triple check. Great. Okay. Proceed in. And then there's going to be a Gibdo here. You can start by lighting this guy on fire right away. And then take care of him. Okay. And then there's another torch here, so I'm actually going to throw this torch just to get rid of it. Okay. Great. Okay, so in this room we have a Redead Gibdo hive, but it only actually becomes active when we move this slab and loot this treasure. I think you actually have to loot it. Yep. Strange. Alright, go ahead and talk to Riju, and then just quickly disable the hive, and then take care of the Gibdo that showed up. Okay. Very good. Okay, that's that. And don't forget to loot everything. It's easy to forget. So what's funny is I think this is the first dungeon where I have actually been I completely forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. I don't know what I was about to say there. Okay. Anyway, we're going up, and now we are in the sort of really difficult room of this dungeon. So we have a light shaft, and then we have a gold-plated construct here. Don't forget to add it to your compendium. This is a Captain Construct 4. These guys are tough. However, we can actually use the light source in this room to our advantage. And so what I mean by that is we can sort of wait for this guy, give him a good shock. And then I'm going to pop this mirror out of the sand. And then, ow, that's what I mean. The enemies in here are insanely strong. I'm going to destroy the fuse material. I'm going to fuse the mirror. Come on. Oh my good God. Thank you. I'm going to fuse the mirror. Going to hold it up. And then we are going to sort of shock him. And this just sort of stuns him for a moment. And then what we're able to do is, using Reju, we can, you know, give him a good big shock here. And then I actually have a level 4 Captain's Blade, and we can sort of repeat this process, keep him stunned, and then if you have a weapon such as a big two-handed broadsword, you could just keep spinning to win here. And then once he sort of recovers, just slam it down, and then that will allow you to sort of keep the cycle going. You saw right there what he did was he sort of jumped up in the air. When that happens, he's about to do a big slam attack, and that's why this... Oh my God, I tried to dodge that so many times. What you want to do there is either, you know, hit him with a light to stun him or use Reju to get a thunder attack. I thought I was going to kill him before it happened, but obviously I was mistaken. So let's see if I can heal really quick. Just to at least get the beeping done, because we're basically done with this room. So what we're going to do now... Oh, no. Cute. Is we are just going to hit the light into the charge point. That's going to open the door. And then through there is the sort of typical Tears of the Kingdom style dungeon stuff. However, we're not totally done. Instead, we're going to come in here, and then there's a treasure chest. However, this is going to fall. It's all good, though. Don't worry. So we got a Mighty Construct bow with decent durability. Destroy our Lysel bow. And then through here, there are some flame jets, but you can just use your Ultra Hand and grab the weapon that's on the rack in here, which is a Gerudo Spear. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Pick up the Gerudo Spear, and then just like last time, just reverse time on this platform. Okay, very good. Don't forget to break things open. Now, the thing that confuses me is I'm not 100% sure why there are mirrors in this room. I think it might be for fusion stuff, but I don't know, it feels a little weird, you know? Okay, so there is another construct in this room, and because I'm a bit of a completionist, I'm going to let him out. But we can do the same thing on him. We can hit him with the light, and that's going to stun him. And this one is admittedly a bit weaker, so we can take care of him in just a few whacks. Very good. You'll notice that he had a flame emitter shield. That is actually a decent shield for this dungeon. So I am going to... I'm finally going to get rid of this flux core shield that I made on accident. Okay. Very good. Oh. Cool. So when we go up this ramp, we are going to be in the typical dungeon sort of central chamber that Tears of the Kingdom dungeons have. So I really like that this particular temple has like an actual introduction. And yeah, you get to actually kind of play around in a real dungeon. So Reju starts talking about the room. She believes that we were sort of guided here. And then if we were to activate this switch, this gives us a teleport point. Now, I'm going to do something kind of rare for me. Because this dungeon is difficult and the enemies hit so hard, I am going to quickly warp to a stable and sleep in a Melania bed, just to give us a bunch of health. Because some of the enemies in this dungeon, some of the encounter rooms are just really, really challenging, and I don't want to waste a ton of time by dying.
Daughter of the Gerudo. This platform connects to the very top of this temple. Use your power to charge the 4 batteries, and it will function once more.
All right, so we get shown where the 4 batteries are. And we can go after those in any order. Okay, so now we have a teleport point active here in the Lightning Temple. So I'm going to go back to the world map by pressing X, and then I am going to go to a stable that is actually functioning. Let's go to this one. Riju says she will remain here while we leave, and so we'll just take a second to rest in a bed, get a ton of health, and yeah, be good to go for the future. So I have a few fairies on me, but they don't replenish that many hearts in this game, so I just want to be totally prepared for one of the rooms in here that is very, very deadly, and the boss as well is quite tough. The boss is just summoning re-deads, and they're just raining down on you at all times. All right, so let's jump into the stable here, and we will be able to sleep in a nice comfy bed. I love how these guys just like coolly walk over here. They are in no rush. Okay. So hopefully we get a nice message from Melania about a recipe that he's looking for. Vegetable risotto. Okay. So we are all rested up, and now we have 24 hearts to work with. Yeah, we got a pony point. Look at that. Okay. Cool. So once you're ready to go back, just highlight the teleport point and go back. This is seriously the first temple that I've done this in. It's the only temple I've died in. This place is just tough. It's very tough. Luckily, the loads in this game are a lot faster than Breath of the Wild, and the way they actually do that is during the loading screens, they max out the Switch's CPU speed, which I think is pretty genius. Okay, so now we can kind of get started again. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up this brick here. That's going to reveal a big wind tunnel. And now we're going to kind of solve 2 of the 4 batteries. So let's go all the way up. Riju says that she's going to leave this floor to us, which means that we are completely on our own. So you have to be very, very careful when fighting up here. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so in this room, you can see a big light shaft. So let's go in there. And then we are told that this is the room of natural light. And so what we want to do... Wow, this is weird. This was solved for me when I came in here the first time. Weird. Now I know why all this is in here. Okay, what we want to do is we want to attach a mirror to the top of this brick. And then we want to take this brick, and then we are going to stand it up. I feel like I actually need a taller brick. Okay. Try to get its center on that statue outside. Okay. And now that that's set up, we can solve a few of these. Yeah, this is weird. I'm not kidding. This was solved for me. That brick was already standing. In any event, what we're going to do is we're going to push this statue over here. This way the light begins reflecting. And then we're going to bounce it around a little bit. So we're going to pull this statue back. And then that is going to light up a switch down on the ground floor. It's going to charge that up. And then that will pull back the statue to reveal a floor switch. But we're not totally done here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to push this statue back out of the way. We're actually going to pull it this way the light shaft goes all the way across. Now we need to take out our Korok frond again. Be fronds to the end. Fronds to the end. And then push this statue so it begins reflecting light over here. And then we're going to adjust this statue and bounce the light shaft up to that charge point on the top floor. A little further. I think we got to push this forward a little bit. Really? Oh, I wasn't grabbing it. Okay, we have to adjust the brick. We got to push the brick to the right a little bit to get this to work. That's strange. Nope. There we go. So you can see that it's reflecting on the statue in the distance. Perfect. And then we should be able to adjust this, and then that should give us enough room to work with here. Seriously. Man, light puzzles are fun. Oh my god. Oh, this is painful. This is painful, folks. Okay, there we go, finally. Man, that was painful. I swear, the first time through, it was already solved for me, that room. The light was already on the brick, it was already coming out of the room, and I was so confused why that room existed. Okay, so now that both of those are done, we do need to do a little bit of platforming. So we're going to come all the way up. We're going to start climbing on this wall. Come over here, come over here, come up here. Hit this switch, that moves the statue, and then we can come down here, and then we're going to glide down carefully, and then we're going to land on this floor. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is a really difficult room in terms of combat challenges, so be ready. Okay, I'm going to take out my Mighty Zonate sword. I'm going to attach a strong attack power material on it. I'll go right for the Captain 4. Fuse that. No problem. Hit the switch, open the door, and get ready. Okay, so luckily, I'm able to block these. But it's not going to last forever. Oh, hey, Riju. She does rejoin you on this floor, which is nice. Okay, so now that that is taken care of, pick up all the loot. And then you want to speak with Riju, because now we are able to activate this lightning stone. Okay. That's 1 down, 3 to go.
So this is one of the batteries. All right. 3.
So now we are going to press the... Oh, wrong floor. We are going to press the switch that we activated using the mirrors up top. So it's on the sort of second floor here, just above the main switch. Go ahead and open that. And then this is the room of offered light. And as you can see, there are a lot of enemies in here. So do your best to get crits on the constructs as best you can. Okay. Then we are going to speak with Riju. Oh, God. And then I'm just going to try to take these guys out just to get them off of me. Do I have any lightning choo-choos? Oh, man, yellow choo-choo jelly. Let's go. Okay, Riju's ability is ready again. So now we can take out one of the hives. Watch out for the construct, because he's spinning to win right now. Alright, that's one construct down. His weapon should burn away, actually. That's kind of nice. So you can see that as Gibdos walk into light, they automatically start burning up. That's going to come in handy for the boss fight, believe it or not. Alright. Isn't there another hive in here? There's only one? I could have sworn there's 2 hives in here. Okay, well, that's good for us. Alright. So watch out for the Gibdo. They always follow you. Okay, very good. Riju's ready again. So now we can take this, shock everybody, shock the system, Peter Gabriel. Okay, now the room is sort of back to normal. So this room requires a little bit of building in order to open up the door to the lightning stone. So once we're done collecting everything, a lot of loot in this room. Once we're done collecting everything, we are going to get to work. So let's take out our Korok Frond and start doing a little bit of spring cleaning in here. Okay, and you can see that we have the ability to sort of build hot air balloons, if you will. So we are going to take this one and just attach it to the platform that it's already on. We're going to put it dead center right here. Okay. And then we are going to attach a mirror to the front of it. All right, and then what this is going to do is it's going to reflect light as we move up. So you then want to take out a torch, and there is one in this room in case you don't have one, which... Nope, there it is. Take out a torch, light it on the brazier, and then just stand here, and the pot that is inside of the balloon is going to weigh it down so it climbs more slowly. And then as the balloon approaches the top floor, the light reflecting off of the mirror is going to charge this spot. At least that was the plan. Oh my god, we got to turn it. I can't believe that just happened. Okay, try this again. I recognize they were a little tilted, but I think that should be good. Yeah, we're going up the center of the room, so should be okay. Yeah, should be fine, as long as this thing doesn't rotate. Okay, very good. Cool. So if you don't have the pot in the balloon, it could still work. You just have to align it very, very well. But I've done it without the pot in the balloon before. All right, so once you're ready, go ahead and drop back down. and then speak with Riju and ready your bow. Cool.
Two more left, Link.
Two more to go. So we now have one that is more focused on platforming, and then the final one is actually at the start. I just haven't gotten it. So we want to take this wind shaft up, and then you will notice that there is an alcove right here that you can float into. All right, so take out an actual weapon when you're ready to deal with this guy. Perfect. All right. So for this room, you want to sort of walk in here, and then we're going to pull out some bricks. And then that causes a light shaft to start moving through this area. Now, what we got to do is we have to align these sort of dials here. And then you want to freeze the one in the back until it's basically aligned with the one in the front. Stop the rewind. This way it all syncs up. And then what should happen is that the light shaft should go all the way through and then begin charging this statue. Okay, and then now that that statue has moved, it will begin charging another one across the way. And then that causes a switch to appear. I can be honest with you, I don't know why that wall was there. It's okay. It's really fine. This has been such a weird... It feels like this dungeon glitched when I reloaded. Either way, we're going to come up here, we're going to press this floor switch now, and then Riju's going to be able to follow us into this room. Alright, so in this room we have some rock crushers. And so we are going to take these bricks that the game is so kindly offering to us. And then we are going to glue them to each other using the Ultra Hand. And then we are going to put them all the way up here. And then just leave them. And then this is going to give you a path through. Okay, but we still have some work to do. So we need to basically do the same thing on the other side. However, I'm going to attempt to headshot this construct just like that, just to get it out of the way. We're going to take some bricks out of this wall now and do the same thing, except it's going to be a vertical piece and not a horizontal one. All right, and when you press that floor switch, Riju can go through. Being honest, I didn't actually know that was there. I don't think it was there for me last time. Okay, so we're going to push this through. That's going to allow us to walk through. There will be another construct in this room. That's what I get for trying to style and be nice, you know? Okay, take care of him. And then we're good. Okay, so this room is interesting. I like this one a lot. So you'll notice that there's a light shaft coming through and that the floor below is rotating. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out a mirror. And then we're going to drop it down here. And then we are going to place the mirror in the middle. And we want to face it at this charge point. However, you're going to notice that when you do, you're going to notice that when you do that, it's not going to have enough time to charge. So we need to do something about that. Okay. Start doing some cleaning. There's another mirror here for you in case you need. I just like dropping one from the top. Okay, so this wall right here has a mark on it. And this wall, basically it just indicates that, hey, this is the wall opposite the one that we need to charge. So what we need to do is we need to take one of these spikes and then just put it in the wall and let go immediately. That's going to freeze it, and then that will allow us to charge this charge point using this mirror. Okay, then that opens up the sort of hatch we saw before, and then we can just ascend back up. Oh, the frond broke off. That's funny. Okay, and then now that we've done that, what we can do is we should move this over a little bit, hit it with a quick rotate, and then we are going to actually use our mirror shield to charge the beam in the distance there. Okay, we're just going to use a regular mirror. Nothing wants to work today, I swear. And then that lifts the gate, and then we can charge the third lightning stone. Where are you at? So if you whistle, your companions will like come to you really quick. That works for both the regular ones and their spirit versions. Okay, so that's the third lightning stone, and there's one left, and it's actually right in front of it. I just leave it till last.
Okay, only...
So let's walk back through. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't hit the floor switch before to stop those rock grinders, but her ability reaches into that room anyway, so didn't need to bother. All right, so the final one is right through here, so we're just going to take out the Ultra Hand, take out some bricks. These pots are real strong, so you need to either break them or move them, and then you'll be able to move this brick. Okay. Charge it up, hit the fourth and final one, and now it's time to get our rematch against Queen Gibdo. I always want to say Queen Goma.
That should wake up.
All right, if you need to, go rest at another stable. I wouldn't blame you. But once you're ready to fight, you want to hit the switch. However, I'm going to take quick stock of my inventory. So I have that. I have that. I really wish I had another construct weapon. Actually, I think this is a construct weapon. Whoa. Nice. Okay, that's very good. Fuse attack power. 24, 25. I like to keep those for spears. Let's use this. Perfect. Okie doke. Let's do it. So Queen Gibdo as a boss, as a true boss, it's the exact same as it was outside. However, you now have 4 Gibdo nests that are going to become active once the boss hits 50% HP. Luckily, though, we can basically just like sit in the light of those nests once we destroy them. Like we could sit in those light shafts, and then any Gibdo that come near us will automatically burn up. However, it does obscure our vision of Queen Gibdo, which makes it a bit more difficult. So you can't just sit in them the whole time. You do have to kind of always be moving. All right, once you're ready, make sure you have good gear equipped, and then talk to Riju, and then shoot the nest. Okey-doke. Go ahead and speak with her again right away. This way you can get this going immediately. Go ahead and shoot her. Don't forget, though, she's going to do some stuff with some tornadoes. So you want to get out of the way. Should have ran. You just got to hit her a few times, and then she will sort of get stunned. When you notice the brown comes back, that means that she's you know, gonna get back up to full health again. Good, got her. All right, I'm just gonna wait this time. I'm gonna play it very, very, very safe. All right. All right, she's on the ground. I'm gonna take out the Master Sword, deal some damage to her. Now, if you hit her in the face, I believe you do a little bit more damage, but I'm just trying to make my way around to her. Okay, that's phase 1. Phase 2 is when these 4 Gibdo nests come into play, and you're going to get a close-up that I hate, so I'm actually closing my eyes because oh god, I opened them at the wrong time. I hate seeing that. Okay, it's the holes, man. Okay, so we got to pay very close attention to Queen Goma, because she's going to send this beam after us. As long as you're blocking, you should be okay, even if it's not hitting you directly. And then we're going to just shoot a Gibdo nest, and then, like I said, you can just sit in it for a second. That will cause the Gibdos around you to begin burning, which is always super, super helpful. You can just sit here for a second. Don't rely on it too much. I'm just waiting for Riju at this point. So I'm just going to keep running around, try to get an eye on Queen Gibdo. Did it again. Yep. I was spun around. All right, go ahead and shoot another nest. And then you can chill out here for a second. I'm going to heal up. I'm going to eat mad apples. I'm slightly allergic, so this isn't going to be good for me, but it's okay. All right. She's ready to go again. Where is the queen? There she is. All right, we're going to run over here. Bing, bang, boom. Number 3. Okay, a little mirror shield action. How you doing? All right, I don't know where the queen is. There she is. Yep, she's coming in. It's okay, just block. All good. 4th and final nest is down. The flyer goes down as well, and now it's basically the same exact fight. We've, dealt with the hard part of this. We're okay. But now we can use our mirror shield on these light shafts and take care of her ourselves. So let's go ahead and wait for the tornadoes. All right, we're going to run around them just like that. Oh, hello. Try to get behind her when she does that if you can. Come on, Link, get up. Oh my god, dude. Alright. I'm gonna speak with Riju. Perfect. Okay. I don't think the face does any extra damage. I could have been wrong about that. Alright. Same thing, kind of get it going. Nice. Okay, speak to Riju again. That didn't work. Alright, so now we gotta wait for her. Should be up in a sec. Alright, unfortunately, if Riju touches one of these tornadoes, the ability gets canceled. Nice. Okay, good, 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 good. I think we're okay. I think we should be able to kill her right now. Perfect. That is the dungeon. That is the Lightning Temple. And that is Queen Gibdo. Tough boss, tough dungeon. Again, I'm not sure if this is because of the way the game scales. I don't know. If you are running into level 4 constructs in this place, please let me know. I'm very curious. Like, if this is your first dungeon and you're running into level 4s, let me know. This is my 3rd dungeon, and I'm running into level 4s, so that's the way it went for me. I've done the Rito area, the Zora area, and now the Gerudo area. So I still have to go to the Goron area for my 4th, but let me know what the scaling is for you, if there is any at all. That's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.